Welcome back. In this session, we are going to come up with a design for one of our pipelines. If you remember in the last section of the course, we wrote scripts to transform the data from our bronze layer to silver layer apart from the trip data file. All of this are simple transformations from CSV, JSON to Parquet format. The template file required some more work because we needed to handle partitions. In this session, we are going to focus on designing a pipeline to transform one of our files, which is the taxi zone file, from CSV to Parquet format using the serverless SQL pool. Let us cast your mind back on what we did to transform the data. We simply wrote a script with CDIS statement to select the data from the CSV files and raw folder and write the data in Parquet format in the silver folder. It was as simple as that, but we then talked about being able to rerun the script. We had to drop the table in order to be able to create it again. So to support that, we added a statement to drop the table if it already existed, even though that solved the issue partially. The presence of the files caused another issue. So we had to manually delete the file in the silver layer before rerunning the script. In our pipeline, we would want to automate all of this, which includes deleting the file, running the script with the drop statement and the CDIS statement. This can be achieved with a rich set of activities available in Synapse Integration Pipelines. There is an activity called delete activity, which it can run as the first step to delete the file if it already existed. On successful completion of the delete activity, we can then run the script activity to run the script, which runs CDIS statement as well as the drop table statement. A side note here is that script activity is not my recommended option for this. I would recommend a stored procedure activity. Having said that, we are going to start simple with the script activity and then replace that with the stored procedure activity in a later lesson. Let's start with identifying the components required for delete activity. As you know, it needs to delete the data from our storage account. So we need a linked service which holds the connection information about the storage account and the credentials. With the link service we can connect to the storage account, but we still need to inform the delete activity about the folder and the file to be deleted from the storage account. For that, we need to create a dataset with the required information. Now, when you execute the pipeline, the delete activity will be able to connect to the storage account, identify the folder to be deleted if it exists, and delete the folder. Let's now talk about the script activity. The script activity needs to execute the script in a serverless SQL pool in the workspace. So it needs to know the connection, information, and the credentials required to connect to the serverless SQL pool. We can create a link service to hold this information. Now, when you execute the script activity, it will get the connection information from the link service, connect to the serverless SQL pool, and also executes the script. We can then have a trigger which executes the pipelines. So this is the design for our solution, and that's the end of this session.